Good morning, students. We had been reading the chapter The 100 Dresses, Part 1. Now I am continuing from where we left. Straight away, let's start the story. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. Though they were late, but Maddie was happy that day she had not to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problem absent mindedly, though her mind was not in that, but she was solving some mathematics problems. 8 times 8, let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note. Suddenly the thought came in her mind. She wished she could write Peggy a note, because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy to say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." Though she always wanted to say this to her friend Peggy to stop making fun of Wanda, but she did not have courage to do that. So now she was thinking, if not directly speaking, she could write a note about it. And when she finished her arithmetic, she did start a note to Peggy. She started writing a note. Suddenly she paused and shuddered, hesitated, became nervous. She pictured herself, she imagined herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. She thought now maybe in future she could be the new target. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on and had been wearing, and Maddie would have to say that it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings. Her mother had done a little alteration so that those it could be kept a secret that it was Maggie's old dress and nobody would recognize it. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. So then she imagines, she wishes if only Peggy would decide herself that she would stop making fun of Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short brown hair, as golden brown hair are called blonde, as though to push the uncomfortable thought away. She just ran her hand through the hair so that those thoughts would go away. What difference did it make? Slowly, Maddie tore into bits the note she had started. She just tore it apart. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived up on the boggin side and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings, and she remembered another that was brilliant jingle green with a red sash. "You would look like a Christmas tree in that," the girls had said in a pretended admiration, unreal admiration, appreciation. Thinking about Wanda, her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. Suddenly, she remembered about the drawing contest. So she thought, who's going to win for girls? This contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys, of designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least, that's what everybody thought. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star she had, so that You could almost tell who it was. She was so good at drawings. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. The next day it was drizzling. It was a light rain. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Wenda Petrovsky on the corner of Silver Street, the street that far, far away, under the rail tracks and up the hill which goes to the boggin sides. Anyway, they were not taking chances on being late today because today was important. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, she will announce, said Maddie. Of course, you will win, Peg. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and window sill, dazzling colors and brilliant, lavish designs, very grand, excellent designs, all drawn on the great sheets of wrapping papers. There must have been 100 of them, and all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly when looked at those drawings. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Beagles had won for the boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was on exhibition in room 12. It was kept there, along with the sketches by all other boys. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, one girl, and room 13 should be proud of her, this one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. I am very happy to say that Wenda Petrovsky is the winner of the girls' medal. Unfortunately, Wenda has been absent from school for some days and it is not here to receive the applause, but that is due to her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now, class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings, her beautiful, well made drawings. The children burst into applause, appreciating it, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in the mouths, and whistle, though they were not interested in the dresses, but they were also excited. Look back, whispered Maddie. There is that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy, and there is that green one. Boy, and I thought I could draw. Means, my God, and I thought I am the best in drawing. Look at those are so beautiful. Okay, with this, the first part ends here, and I will be continuing with the second in the next video. That's it for now. Bye bye. Thank you.